Minecraft 1.20 has come out, and before you start your own world, you need to make sure you have the right seed. And in this video, I got you covered. From beautiful seeds to build with to OP loot right at spawn, here are 15 of the best seeds for Minecraft 1.20. But before I show you these seeds, I just want to say that only 1.3% of my viewers are actually subscribed. So if you're new, consider dropping a like on the video and subscribing, as it's free and it really helps me out. The first seed I'm going to go over is going to feature almost all the new items from the 1.20 update. When you first spawn in, you're going to spawn in a desert village with the brand new camel mob right next to you. And right outside the village, you're going to be able to find a jungle where you can go ahead and collect bamboo to start crafting and exploring some of the new bamboo wood types and items. After you do that, if you head over to -192.64, you will find a warm ocean ruin where, if you use a brush and suspicious sand, you will get a sniffer egg, allowing you to uncover the second new mob of the 1.20 update. Afterwards, head over to 292.499 where you'll find a cherry grove on a large plateau that lasts for hundreds of blocks. It's also an extremely nice place to build and even make a base as well. The nether on this seed is also insane because when you first enter the nether, there are 2 treasure bastions very close to 0-0. Both treasure bastions also have smithing templates, adding to a total of 3 altogether, and 2 netherite ingots, so you can go ahead and get 2 pieces of netherite gear extremely early. Valleys are always beautiful, and this seed really puts it in perspective. This valley is full of cherry groves and an oak forest captivated by the surrounding mountainside. Underneath, there are 2 separate ancient cities, perfect for unlocking more smithing templates so you can start collecting more armor trim, with a total of 8 ancient cities in a 1000 by 1000 block area. If you also take a small hike, away lays a woodland mansion for you to go ahead and explore. Let's say you want a lake near your settlement, this seed is perfect. With the huge lake in this center, there is also a cherry grove that wraps all around it. Nearby, there are also like 2 separate plains villages, both in close proximity to the cherry groves, so you'll still be able to get that 1.20 feel. Underneath, you will also find 2 separate ancient cities, which seems to be a pretty common thing in this update. This seed has a very unique look because of the way the hills in Cherry Grove form around this lake that give it the look of a donut. Not only that, but there are several huge cave entrances around the donut that give access to a huge cave system as well. But before you go down, check out this pillager outpost that spawned in the perfect spot to become a lookout. And be careful though, because you don't want the omen effect for when you go to visit the village that is nearby just in view of the cherry grove. This seed is one of the best seeds I have seen in Minecraft so far. Alongside with the lake inside the valley, there is a huge waterfall that flows from the top of the mountain all the way down into the lake. Past the lake, there also lays a huge ocean with huge cliffs that lead directly into it. Near the end of the mountain range, you will also find a village with 2 separate waterfalls of viewing distance from it. Do be careful though when you are mining because there is an ancient city directly below the spawn. What's so cool about this seed is that when you look at it from above, it's in the shape of an electric guitar. On top of that, there is a village, and right next to that village, there is a small 3-chunk snow biome that you can use to actually farm ice and snow. Not only that, there's a lot of very good base opportunities underground as it has a very hollowed out mountain, which I've always had a blast turning into my bases in the past. And directly underneath, you guessed it, there's an ancient city. I've always liked to build my bases on heights, and well, so do pillagers. This seed has a mansion that was built on top of a large cliff with the main door entrance being at Y level 206. But before you head up top, make sure you go and check out the ruin portal that is right below as well, as when you go to explore that, you will find an ocean monument just off the beach side. And as you go ahead and explore the rest of this world, you will notice that there are 6 different wood types, all in a short radius of the spawn. Those include oak, birch, taiga, acacia, darkwood, and the mangrove wood. However, if you are looking for a more simple seed, this is perfect for you. Near the spawn, you will find a village that ramps around the hillside, making it the perfect cave base spot. Right across the way, you will also find a cherry grove biome that wraps through a large hillside, making a really cool landscape in the distance. And if you want to travel just a little bit farther than -400, 600, you can find a jungle as well, allowing you to collect a bunch of bamboo. What makes this seed so cool though is that there are countless caves that show themselves from the surface with these large openings. Surely a ton of great places to explore. Something I haven't featured in this video yet is a cliffside seed. Not only does the seed look absolutely gorgeous, but it's also in the snow, which gives it a nice wintry vibe. It's also on an island that is separate from the rest of the world with no structures around it as well. So if you're looking for a more vanilla playthrough, this is the perfect seed for that. What's kind of cool too is one of the cliff sides is also covered in ice, and it's the only spot like that on the entire island. So I'm sure you could do something pretty cool with this area. But before we get into the next seed, give me a few moments of your time to talk about my sponsor, Apex Hosting. Apex Hosting provides high-quality lag-free servers for a good price, as well as offering 24/7 customer support, 2-click to install plugins, and if it's your first month, you can get 25% off. Check them out using my link in the description below or using code RealJayden at checkout. This seed is one of the coolest survival island seeds that I have ever witnessed. Not only is the island huge, but it's also completely hollowed out by a lush cave, giving you an amazing base opportunity. The island is also surrounded in ice, allowing you to escape whenever you may please, with even an ocean monument being hidden under the ice that you can later explore. Now this seed isn't OP, however it is very unique. When you first spawn, you're going to spawn in a jungle valley with a ruined nether portal that is also surrounded by another jungle outside of it. This is an amazing spot to build, and you can probably build something extremely cool out of this valley. But the crazy part is when you head underground, because in the cave system right under 0, you will find 2 separate ancient cities that are connected with one cave system. In fact, if you stand in one of the ancient cities, you can see the other one just on the other side of the cave. But let's say you're looking for something a little bit more tropical. This is a survival island seed that has both a woodland mansion and a village directly at the spawn. The mansion has 2 separate ally prisons, which is great for making a sorting farm later in your world, and it has a Fire Aspect 2 book in the boxing arena. The village unfortunately doesn't have any extra loot, but the villagers do keep you company, allowing you to also make things like iron farms and a trading center. And while you are standing on the roof of the mansion, if you peer over to the coastline, you can actually see an ocean monument just off in the distance, which is a perfect late game build if you want to go ahead and drain it. However, if that island seed was just too small, you should try out this one because it's just gorgeous. You spawn on Acacia Mountain that has a village that just flows right through it, and although it's quite big, you can definitely turn it into a pretty cool base. There also lays a buried treasure at -19,185 that will start you with 2 diamonds right off the bat. And if you go ahead and loot the blacksmith in the village, you will get 3 obsidian just off of enough of an enchanting table. However, if you go ahead and travel to the ruined portal that also rests on your island, you will find 2 more obsidian, allowing you to start your world with enchants. And it just keeps getting better because if you go into the ocean, the -376, 296, you will find your closest ocean monument that you can go ahead and drain and excavate. Spawning at this village, you will notice that you are surrounded by a jungle in all directions, as well as the fact that the village was built on top of a rock. If you travel a short while to -136, -300, you will find a jungle temple that features 2 diamonds and 2 smithing templates to start collecting for your armor trim. Nearby as well at -304, 240, you will find a second village with another diamond, getting you a diamond pickaxe before you even have to go underground. This lake is the perfect breeding ground for a base. Not only does it have a cherry grove along the edge, but if you peek into the water, you'll notice it goes almost all the way down to bedrock. And there's an ancient city fully visible from the surface below. And since the city spawned in a lake, it's submerged in water, giving it an Atlantis feel to it. Along the edges of the water and in the ancient city, you will also notice there are tons of diamonds all over the place, just waiting for you to collect them. If you made it to the end, go ahead and comment banana and I will heart your comment. And make sure you check out my video on how to find diamonds so that you can find diamonds in your brand new world. With that, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.